Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video. We are going to be doing the most popular video, I think, on BookTube. Don't quote me on that. I actually have no idea, but I feel like I see this type of video all the time. And it is my favorite. It is my favorite video to watch. And that is none other than the TBR jar is picking my reads for the month of February. I have all my prompts in here. As you can see, I have this huge jar that's actually a vase, but we're calling it a jar in today's video. And then I have my TBR right beside me. The TBR starts right here and it just goes all the way down. So we might as well just get right into it and start picking the books that are going to be on my TBR. I am going to be picking 6 books. I do want to let you know I'm going to be picking 6 books for this TBR. The reason why I'm doing 6 specifically is because I do have other videos planned out for February and books that I'm going to be reading in those videos. So I don't really want to have too many books on this physical TBR that it overwhelms me and I don't end up getting to most of them. So we're gonna do 6. I feel like 6 is the magic number. Let's just get into this video. Let's stop with all the yik-yakking. Yik-yakking? What? All the chitter-chatter. Whatever I'm trying to say, you get it. Okay, you get it. You get what I'm trying to say. Let's just get into the video. Here's the jar. I'm gonna pick and I'm gonna turn my head the other way because I don't want to peek. I want this to be purely random. Okay, we have a prompt. Our first prompt. A book that takes place in the winter. Does Beartown take place? Does Us Against You take place in the winter? I'm gonna say Us Against You takes place in the winter. The cover looks super wintry, so I'm gonna assume this might take place in the winter time. Oh! This book takes place in the winter, The No-Show by Beth O'Leary. It takes place on Valentine's Day specifically, and Valentine's Day is in the winter, so I feel like this one could be a good choice as well. Okay, I don't really know. I don't think I have any other books that take place in the winter time, and if I do, I don't know how I would even know they take place in the winter time. But I do have these two, and I think I'm gonna choose between Us Against You by Frederick Bachman and The No-Show by Beth O'Leary. And if I'm being honest, I think I'm gonna choose, I really want to read both of them. Like, I would love to read both of them. If there's another prompt in here that can be Us Against You, I will choose this one. But for this one, I'm gonna choose The No-Show by Beth O'Leary. This book takes place on Valentine's Day. I think it's about 3 women who get stood up by the same man on Valentine's Day. And then I think they end up dating him or something like that. But I feel like it will be an interesting plot. And it might be a little bit more on the like character driven side. I feel like this book is gonna be deeper than what it seems on the surface, which I'm always here for, but I think I'm gonna choose this one because it takes place on Valentine's Day and we're going into February. It's the month of love. I'm gonna put the books right here so you guys can see the books as I'm picking them. However, I don't know if they're gonna stay on here. Oh, they're like hanging off the shelf. So we'll see. Hopefully they don't fall. Fingers crossed. But let's pick our second book now. Ooh, this one's small. Oh, my friend's pick. Oh, I doubt they're gonna answer their phone. Let's see. I'm calling right now. Nobody is answering the phone. Maybe I can text them. Okay, we'll see if they will call back at some point. When they do, they'll pick, but we can pick the next prompt for now. 1-word title. Okay, 1-word title. Let's see. I have... I think this might be the only book that's a 1-word title that I have. I think this is the only one I have, and that's Light Lark. Literally. So this is the book that has to be chosen for this prompt, which is fine. Light Lark, I really don't know exactly what this book is about, but I think it has something to do with a game. There's an island called Light Lark that appears every 100 years, and they host a deadly game there. That's all I know. I have heard mixed reviews on this book specifically, but I've had this book on my TBR for so long. Let's pick another. The next one is 1-worded title again. How many of these do I have in here? I don't have another. Okay, let's ignore that. The next prompt is... Oh, I forgot to look away. I'm sorry. I'm not cheating, I promise. Choose a book you've been avoiding. No! I don't know. I don't know what book I've been avoiding. Like, I don't know. They all are books I've been avoiding. I feel like Deep Cuts is one that I've really been avoiding. I've been avoiding it since I bought it. And I don't know why. Because it's like I bought the book and then everyone reviewed the book and said they didn't like it. And then I was like, oh, maybe I don't want to read this. But Deep Cuts is one I've been avoiding. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, I've been avoiding bad. I feel like I've had this book on my TBR for a long time. The Nightingale is another one I've been avoiding sheerly based off of how thick it is. Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow is another one I've been avoiding. A Little Life is another one I've been avoiding. but I'm gonna keep avoiding this one. This one is not getting picked up. I think the one I'm gonna choose is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. This is the only one that I think sounds the most appealing to me at this moment. I think it follows Addie LaRue, and she like makes a deal with someone and it makes her like live forever or something like that, but no one can remember her name or remember her at all. So I think like right after they meet her, they forget about her, and she's been living like that for like hundreds of years until one day someone does remember her. That's all I know. I know it's a slower book. I heard that it's slower, but I've also seen people cry to this book. I would like to be one of those people. Hopefully this will be a 5-star. I don't know, we'll see. It's been sitting on my TBR for so long. I don't know. This is the pick for the book I have been avoiding. Okay, we have 3, and then plus my friend's pick, so that's actually 4. So we need 2 more. Pick a book you've had for over a year. There's so many books on here that's been on here for over a year. Most of them are. But I think if I had to choose one, I'm gonna choose You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hoggle, because I think there is a movie about this book coming out, and I want to read a lot of romance in February since it's Valentine's Day and I want to be in the mood. So I think I'm gonna do this one. This one follows 2 people, and I think they're engaged and they both want to call off their wedding, but they both don't want to risk being the one to call off the wedding because of so many people involved in the wedding and money being tied up. So they start to like sabotage each other to get the other one to call off the wedding, and somehow they end up falling back in love, I'm assuming, because it is a romance book. I feel like it sounds really fun, and I feel like it's perfect for Valentine's Day actually. I'm excited for it, and that's book number what? 5, I believe. Okay, so now we're going for our last prompt. I'm scared. Read something out of your comfort zone. Okay, I don't really know because I feel like all of these books are in my comfort zone, but if I had to choose one, I would say is out of my comfort zone. It's a book I really don't even want to put on this TBR. I don't want to put it on there. I would say it's Atomic Habits by James Clear. I don't even want to read this, but TBR jar made me. That's so fun to say. Anyway, Atomic Habits. This book is a nonfiction self-help book. I think it's just about creating healthy habits and how, like, I think he tells you how to create healthy habits. I don't really know, but I think that's what the book is about. It's just about creating healthy habits and making them last. Because, you know, we'll try to start new habits and they don't end up lasting. And I think this is how to make them actually last in your life. I don't know. I don't even want to read it. I don't even want to read it. But this book is being added to the TBR. So now we just have to wait for my friends. Let's see. Okay, I'm just sending them a picture. Okay, the friends have finally answered. I didn't talk to them on the phone, but I sent them a snap of my bookshelf. The book they chose is Water Moon by Samantha Soto Yambao, I believe. This book has the most interesting, whimsical fantasy plot I've ever heard ever. And this book is about a woman who inherits a pawn shop where you can sell your regrets, and then she somehow ends up going on some type of trip or something with someone else because something gets stolen from, I think something gets stolen from the pawn shop. But the part of the book that gets me every time I read the back, it says, together they must journey through a mystical world to find Hana's father and the stolen choice. By way of rain puddles, rides on paper cranes, the bridge between midnight and morning, and a night market in the clouds. Like, you cannot tell me that doesn't sound so whimsical and magical. I don't know. I think this is a standalone fantasy book too, which is like perfect. It's like nice to read a fantasy that's like standalone. It's not a part of a series. You don't have to worry about reading a second book. So I'm excited for that one. So that's the one my friends chose. And these are the books that are on February's TBR. I will just do a short little review of them. The most recent one added was Water Moon. We then have Atomic Habits. Then we have You Deserve Each Other. We have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. We have Lightlark. And The No-Show by Beth O'Leary. So these are all 6 of the books I should be reading in February. We shall see if we get to all these books, but I really hope I can get to all these books in February. But that concludes today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!